Today's date is the 1st of July, 1984. Our location is the town of Limestone, located in northern Maine. At the moment, we're on a road which is on the outskirts of Limestone. We're heading for Limestone, the main part of town, so that we can get a connecting road, connecting highway, which will take us to the Canadian border, where the U.S. Customs station is located, right at the border. Before we can cross into Canada, we have to clear through U.S. Customs. They'll ask us a few simple questions, and they'll allow us to proceed on. We don't have to have a passport or anything like that, even though Canada is a foreign country. But we have some kind of international agreement with the Canadian government, whereas U.S. citizens can pass pretty much freely across the border, back and forth. And if you have anything to declare, you have to make it known. Otherwise, you can face a very nasty fine. Of course, we have nothing to declare one way or the other, because we're not buying anything in Canada or in the U.S. to taking anything across illegally. So there's nothing to worry about. Some of the sights along the way. Beautiful countryside, eh? We're still in Maine. We're not in Canada yet. Beautiful country out here. You're out in the boondocks, folks. This is God's country. And there's the Jervis Sound Center, where they sell those antennas that you can use for your video hookup or for your TV set. Your cable TV set, cable TV system. They actually sell them there. They have them on display outside. Jervis Sound Center. We're now heading for the main part of Limestone. We're going to make a right at this highway. And that's Highway 1A, or the bypass. That is U.S. Highway 1A. We're on it right now. There you go, U.S. Highway 1A. Now, there's a sign that says U.S. Customs. Right there, it's pointing toward where the customs place is. We're going to make a right. Well, we should have made a left right on that highway we just passed. But we can turn around. We'll get right back to you, ladies. Okay, we're headed back. There you go. That's the name of the road that leads to Canada, 229. And we're on U.S. Highway 1A. Now we're all set, and we're on our way. About maybe 2 or 3 miles down this road, we'll run straight, we'll run into U.S. Customs on the Canadian border, or the U.S.-Canadian border. Which means Limestone is more or less a border town, and we're heading east on 229. State Highway 229 east, headed for the Canadian border. See some of the sights along the way. A lot of farmhouses mostly. After all, this is more or less a farming district. Potato farms and so forth. Notice a lot of hilly country too. A lot of hills and so forth. Beautiful country out there. That's how Maine, not Maine, but Canada looks in the background. We'll be in Canada in a few minutes. Country. potato fields. Looks like Maine will harvest a rather large potato crop based on what we're looking at now. I mean, for miles and miles and miles, that's all you see are potato fields. And that's their number one source of income in this part of Maine. Potatoes, potato crops. Now we're at the border. Okay, we're gonna stop now. Fading in. And the tape is rolling. Right now, we are at the U.S.-Canadian border. And we're looking at the sign. Okay. Revenue Canada, Customs and Excise. And plus it's written in French. Same damn thing. Canada. There's a truck getting ready to go through customs right now. I don't know what that word Gillespie. Yeah, Gillespie, it looks like it says. I don't know what the hell that means. Let's see. I don't know what that's about. There's a red light flashing. And the customs agent on duty. It's a female. I believe she's French-Canadian. Oh, the good old U.S. flag. Old Glory. Hanging up there. Looking proud. Nice day out today. We'll be walking toward the customs place in a minute. Just want to give a good shot of it. There's somebody coming back from Canada. And he's going to pull into the Canadian customs office, which is right across the street over there. And there's the Canadian flag. Right up there. Oh, somebody's car broke down over there. Yeah, somebody. And it says entering Eastern Time Zone. That is U.S. time. Canadian time is 1 hour ahead of U.S. of Eastern Standard Time. That's what they mean by entering Eastern Time Zone. So when you cross the Canadian border, you have to go up 1 hour. And that's the Canadian one. We'll get to that one later. All right, we're going to walk toward the U.S. Customs Station. Beautiful building. And we'll go through the motions. The custom agent will exit from the building and ask a few of the standard questions they have to ask. They have the right to search your car and anything else. Certain things are not authorized to be brought into the country, especially firearms and so forth. Hello? There's the building right there. And somebody will be coming out here. Okay, right now we're on Canadian Highway 375. And it says 80. That means 80 kilometers. If they don't go by miles per hour here in Canada, they go by kilometers per hour. All right, when you get up to your first left, you're going to take. All right, and that'll take us to the Trans-Canadian Highway. And once you get on the Trans-Canadian Highway, you make another left, and that'll take us on to Grandfalls. And that's the town we want to go to, folks. Right now we're in New Brunswick, the province of New Brunswick, Canada. A province in Canada is like a county, maybe. And like I said, we're in New Brunswick right now. And we're heading for the city of Grand Falls, which is a relatively small town in Canada. A lot of farmland. It doesn't look too much different from Maine, does it? That's because it's not. Not really. Look at that beautiful country over on this side, north of us. Right now we're headed east on 395, Canadian Highway 395. lot of hills around here. This is very hilly country. But you're talking about God's country out this way. Okay, folks, we made our first left, and I forget the name of this road, but this one leads us to the Trans-Canadian Highway, which is the main highway that runs through Canada. It's equivalent to, let's say, highway Interstate 80 in the U.S. that runs from the East Coast to the West Coast, more or less. Or like Interstate 95, which runs all the way from Maine to Florida. Instead of calling it interstate, in Canada they call it the Trans-Canadian Highway. Beautiful country out here. There's no way the camera can really give you the full appreciation of this beautiful country. You kind of like have to be here to see it for yourself. More farmhouses. I don't know what the crops are around here, but I would imagine they must be potato crops, same as in Maine. Barn. Tell you're out here in the boonies once again. Not too far from the Trans-Canadian Highway, folks. Another one of them hills. Some very hilly country, as I said before. And farm country, I might add. Typical farmhouse. Fields out there. It's like a barn. Yep, that's what it is. Now, as I said, the official language of Canada, or this part of Canada, is for the most part French. But you also have a lot of English-speaking people living in this part of Canada. So, most signs you read are bilingual signs, written in French and English. A lot of tourist trade is brought up to this part of Canada, and most of the tourists, as you might imagine, are Americans, and we speak English. So therefore, most of the people around this region do speak English. They speak French and English. They have to, because that's how they make their money, from the tourist trade and so forth, plus people coming over from the base. A lot of Americans travel up and down this way. Canada is a beautiful country, very clean. Cities are very clean, people are very friendly. They try to do whatever they can to help you. Very nice people. Well, like in anything else, you don't go into a foreign country messing around. I mean, you don't break the law in Canada because they don't play that stuff. And they will make you pay the price, believe me. They have to be very careful about the speed laws and everything else. You do not transport firearms into this country. They will not only impound the firearms, but they will impound your car, and you just be in a lot of trouble, believe me. It'll be more trouble than it's worth. So your best bet would be not to transport anything, any kind of contraband into Canada, across the border, because if they catch you, your ass is grass. And the customs people will be the lawnmower to mow it down. You bet on that, baby. Not far from the Canadian highway, Trans-Canadian. There it is, right up there. Now we're headed for Grandfalls. And we're now on the Trans-Canadian Highway, and there's a speed limit, 100 clicks per hour, which is about 65 miles per hour. In miles per hour. As I said, here in Canada, just like in Europe, they use the metric system. Everything is in metrics. Miles per hour, the whole bit. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking highway. It's Trans-Canadian Highway. Beautiful country. And we have the Grandfalls exit coming up. Bilingual, English and French. clicks, which is about maybe 30 miles an hour or something like that, 30, 31 miles per hour. Or a little bit more than that, be about 35 miles per hour. 70 clicks, that's about 40 miles per hour. We know that so well from living in Italy. We had to learn kilometers and how to transfer them into miles per hour. And we could just use approximates, you know, approximate measures. Boy, look at that beautiful country out there. Let me tell you one thing. Now in the town of Grandfalls. And I forget the name of this highway. I think it's 295 or something like that. We're not going to go too far into Grandfalls today. Just give you a quick look at it. A quick look at Canada. Luckily, it's the summertime. Otherwise, everything here would be covered with snow. The weather gets pretty nasty up this way, this far north. Some of the houses along the way. Right there, about 30 miles per hour. Beautiful. Okay, Barb, you see where that church steeple is? On that street, you'll make yourself a right. Then you go up about a block and make a left. And that's the approximate vicinity of Suzanne's nightclub, which we're going to take a picture of. And we're going to take a little walking tour of the street adjacent to Suzanne's, which is like the main street in Grand Falls, like the town square or the town plaza, whatever you want to call it. There it is now in the distance, the town plaza. All right, go down here and you make yourself a left on the street.
Where, this one?
Yeah, this one coming up. The cemetery over that way. And there's a chapel in the background, folks. Right back there. And we're heading down Main Street in Grand Falls. On the right will be the firehouse, and on the left we should have Suzanne's. Oh, we came down the wrong street. Isn't that funny? Well, it's not that important. We can just make ourselves a right on this street coming up. No big deal. Must be some kind of event going on. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's the 4th. These are Canadians. What the hell they care about the 4th? Guess they want to get rid of the British too.
Where do you want to go?
Okay, make yourself a left on this street. I believe this is the right one to make a left on. If I'm wrong, doesn't matter. We'll make a left on the next one. to get my bearings again. Think I'm there. Well, this is the main street anyway, Broadway. There you go. Broadway is the main drag in town. I'll get it there, Broadway. That means stop.
Be sure that not only your seatbelts are fastened, but those of your children are as well. It only takes a few seconds.
You can just, if you can find somewhere around here to park, yeah, we'll walk around. Tape is rolling once again. Right now we're in downtown Grand Falls. There's some kind of event going on today. I don't know what it is. Whether it's a parade or what. People speak French and I don't understand the French language, so I don't know what's going on right now. There's the car. There's Barbie over there. And we'll just see what's going on. I don't know what all the excitement is over here today. Whether there's some kind of parade or what's going on. Traffic cop over there. Looks like he's having a tough time. I hear somebody speaking English. And we're gonna see if we can take in some of the sights around here.
With the camera.
Oh yes, candid camera. There's some unusual costumes up there. Okay, from what we understand, today is a 4th of July festival, or July festival, and they celebrate here in Canada. I don't know what it's about, but that's what they said, because I heard some ladies speaking English, and they told me what it is. And we're going to walk down the street for a little bit and find out what's going on. See what's happening. Yeah. That must be something for ice cream. They're late. Nice around here. Very nice. Beautiful. Lovely ladies. So forth. Yeah, some kind of food stand. I don't know what it is. And some of the little